Welcome to the Simply Pediatrics Podcast, simplifying holistic healthcare for infants and children. We're so glad you're here. Join Jennifer Zethner, holistic pediatric nurse practitioner and holistic mom of 3 on a mission. Listen in as she shares the answers to the most asked questions from parents in her practice every day and offers parents practical strategies and actionable steps to support their child's health and well-being. Enjoy this insightful episode of the Simply Pediatrics Podcast and stay tuned for more information at the end of the podcast. Today's episode, quick tips to make parenting easier.
Hello and welcome. I'm so happy to be here with you today. All right, today it's like a public service announcement, I think. I would genuinely like to know when it just became not cool, for lack of a better word, to use a stroller. Why do I have so many mommies not using their stroller for their children? I see it all the time in my waiting room, out in stores, out in parks. Oh my goodness, moms and dads, strollers are meant for a good reason. Contain your child. Contain them for your own sanity, for their safety. I promise you, they are not, if you get them started in a stroller, they will understand that that is their safe place. There's a little tray there for them to play with their small toys or to have a snack. Please, no iPhones or iPads in those strollers. If you see me, I will take it right out of their hands. I'm kidding, but I really want to. Strollers, double strollers, have the toddler until they're 3, really. I mean, until they're around 3, they become semi-reasonable little beings, right? Before 3 years old, there's no real reasonability with a toddler. If you're fortunate, around 3 years old, they may start to follow your directions a little bit. But even then, I mean, put one, let one sit on one side of the stroller, put the baby in the other side if you have 2 kids. It really is okay and worth the hassle of taking that stroller in and out of the stores. You will have so much more peace. And honestly, if you started early enough, your children get used to being in there. They understand it's their safe space, and they will cooperate with you. My other public service announcement to you parents out there is it does seem that the pack and play has also gone by the wayside. I say pack and play to parents and they don't even know what I'm talking about. Like many of you young parents out there are like, contain my child in like a pack. Like, no, like they have free reign of the house, or we've put up gated areas all over the house. It's wonderful if you have a handyman to enable that type of process for you. But all of these are short stages. They really are. They're really short stages where your child needs to be contained in a specific spot. Like, for example, a 6-month-old who's just learning to sit and you want to leave them because, I don't know, maybe you have to go to the bathroom, maybe you have another child who needs you to do something. Put them in the pack and play. Try to avoid all the other containers. There's other places to put them to keep them safe, like the bouncies and the jumpers and the swings. And I know they stay in there, but they shouldn't be contained, your little ones, at 6 months. By 6 months old, they really should be like in a free space. And in order for them to be safe in that free space, if you have pets, if you have other children wandering around, if, again, you just need to run up the stairs and come back down, use a pack and play. It is a beautiful tool to use with children. I would say from 6 months, they'll stay in there until they are actively walking, honestly. They'll happily learn how to crawl in there. They'll pull themselves up to stand. They will reach for toys. Once they start walking, they might protest being in there, but you got a good 6 months or so of utilizing that space, again, to bring yourself some peace, some sanity, and to keep your little ones safe. And my last public service announcement out there for you new mommies and daddies, do this for yourself. I learned this a little too late. Many of you know I have 3 children. And when I was in the thick of it, I only worked a few days a week, and I would be out and going with the other moms, and they always wanted to go to like these big parks. It was a thing. Let's find like the biggest park that has beautiful places for, us to sit and for the kids to see. Inevitably, what are you doing in those larger parks that don't have like clear-cut gated areas. You are running all over the place. You are running, you are chasing, and really ending up kind of like ruining the fun for your child, right? Because you're like, stay off of that, stay off of this, come back over here. So this is my special secret public service announcement to all of you. Find the smallest park that you can, where you can actually see the entire gate you can sit in one place and see the gated area of the whole space, and then let your child go. Oh my goodness. Your toddlers that are running, they can run and run all the way to the gated areas. They're not going to get themselves into trouble. They're not going to end up in the street. They're not going to go on to, a swing or a slide that's too big for them. Children love that kind of freedom. They love to be able to just run. It could even be an empty field, and bring some balls with you, bring some toys, and you will see pure joy, and you will be relaxed. Avoid those giant parks. I don't know why some of our towns put up those giant parks. They're just a parent's nightmare. You can't find your kid. They end up in trouble. They get knocked over. I remember it very vividly. All right, moms and dads, this is some tips from me to you today. Remember, parenting is a journey. You're doing an amazing job. Stay curious and keep learning, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining Jennie on the Simply Pediatrics Podcast. We hope that the valuable information she shared in this episode will inspire and empower you on your holistic parenting journey. If you would like to learn more about Jennie, her Simply Pediatrics practice, or anything that she spoke about today, please check the show notes that accompany this podcast, and you'll find all the links and resources you need. You can also sign up for the Simply Pediatrics mailing list so that you receive Jennie's weekly newsletters packed with vital information and holistic parenting journeys. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please consider giving this page a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any episodes. And don't forget to connect with us by sharing your thoughts in the comments section below. Follow Simply Pediatrics on any and all of the social media platforms. And if you're interested in an in-person or a virtual appointment with Jennie, please see the contact details in the show notes. Stay tuned for more episodes packed with a wealth of powerful information to support you on your holistic parenting path. See you next time.